All right, to help us recognize the changing societal views towards marriage, we've got a psychotherapist and relationship expert, Kimberly Moffit.
We're telling you why the new rules of dating are giving women all the power.
And I'm here with relationship expert Kimberly Moffit.
Joining us now is relationship expert Kimberly Moffit and CEO of Ashley Madison, Noel Biederman.
I'm here to help this princess take control of her money and her life. So we sent her to a life coach.
With hosts Ben Mulrooney and Tanya Kim.
The Duke and Duchess of Cornwall. Yep, it's hard to believe the wedding of the century almost never happens.
I'm now joined by relationship expert Kimberly Moffit.
We have Kimberly Moffit here with us, a psychotherapist and a relationship expert.
Relationship expert Kimberly Moffit.
Kimberly Moffit.
Kimberly Moffit.
Kimberly Moffit.
Film revolves around relationships, so we decided to have Kimberly Moffit, a relationship expert.
Psychotherapist Kimberly Moffit doesn't think so.
You are a psychotherapist, and you're going to break down the positive emotional triggers that come from sin.
A relationship expert. She's renowned everywhere. Her name is Kimberly Moffit. She's been seen on television, and she's been interviewed as an expert.
Now, Kimberly, what are the new rules of dating?
So the first rule for dating in 2012 is to set an appropriate age limit. An age gap that's too wide can create fundamental differences in needs and values in the relationship. Sometimes after a brief period of being away from our partners, we start to realize how much we really miss them.
She isn't shocked by Hall's stories of living with aliens. She's heard them before, from her own patients.
Grandiose delusional disorder is the type of delusion that happens when people think that they're kind of the strongest, fastest, and most intelligent person alive. Stress can take a really big toll on our emotions in our lives. It can affect work, and it can affect our relationships. As much as you'd like to erase his memory of all of his ex-girlfriends, this is impossible to do. So the best way to help him forget about his ex-girlfriends is to show him why he's in the relationship with you in the first place. The man might be, doing some things that aren't so great for the relationship, and then he begs to get her back. And she says, you know what? If you're going to come back, you've got to put a ring on it. Second rule of dating is beware of male gold diggers. When you have somebody who's asking you to do something more expensive, like go shopping, then you might have a gold digger on your hand.
I've been helping people with money for more than 20 years. But no one stumped me more than the princess.
Today, one of our challenges is to work on some of your goals for the future. It's really good for couples to be able to communicate with each other what's important to them and what they kind of desire in the bedroom.
Now, what is the worst thing someone can do on a date?
The worst thing that someone can do on a date or a first date is talk on their mobile phones. Texting, calling, BBMing. Guys, do not do this. It's going to screw up your date. Engaging in activities that you used to do when you were a child has so many benefits. It can bring you back to a simpler time. It can make you feel more youthful, more happy. Match.com recently discovered that more people want to be in a relationship at this time of year than any other time of year, including Valentine's Day. When you're a teenager, almost all of the day is consumed by how will other people view me. It really does take a long time to deal with grief. Research suggests that it takes about 2 years to fully grieve somebody. It says that you're feeling insecure, maybe you're curious about what your partner is doing behind your back, or maybe that you need more validation in the relationship.
This couples counselor warns an apology without action can cause more harm than good. She diagnoses the Leafs fan relationship as classic dysfunctional.
Well, most Canadians don't realize that scent is the strongest memory trigger. There's a certain amount of denial in calling oneself a social smoker. So, for example, that term can make it seem like they're not actually a smoker after all, even though they are lighting up. If you're a really good friend, you're going to want this person to be happy.
Yeah.
And if they're happy, you shouldn't interfere. And this is a secret item.
This is probably the reason why I'm blindfolded right now.
Yep, so here it is.
Okay.
Third scent.
Is that somebody's sweaty gym sock?
Then the question comes, with these big, expensive weddings that we have, who really wants to go through that to continue on in their daily lives? So couples are asking themselves, do we really want to have this expensive wedding? Maybe we should just wait a couple more years. We all know that cheating is a breach of trust. And in my role as a relationship expert and psychotherapist, I watch people break this trust on occasion, and it does lead to problems in the relationship.
A lot of people don't agree with what to do with their money.
Absolutely. So a lot of couples assume that if they're compatible in their relationship, that they're also going to be compatible when it comes to money. And that couldn't be further from the truth. Actually, most couples aren't compatible when it comes to money. There is a reason why we're drawn to somebody, but it's usually subconscious. So it's usually not really about the checklist that you're going through in your mind, but it's
more about the way that you feel with that person.
Kimberly Moffit, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Kimberly. Kimberly, thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much for being with
Thank
us.
you
Where
very
can people get more information about your practice? Sure. Well, I think you should visit my website at www.kimberlymoffit.com.
KimberlyMoffit.com, long-term psychotherapy, children, couples, individuals, cognitive behavior therapy, Yonge and Eglinton's your practice.
Yes,
Thanks
you.
for spending some moments with us. You've been very helpful to folks.
So nice to meet you.
As well. Nice meeting you.